Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony here with you here today. Connecting challenges with the abuse experienced from the narcissist or the psychopath. The challenges that we experience, the lack of energy, lack of focus, lack of knowing what we want, being able to explain and articulate a life purpose, all these are deeply connected to a sense of healthy sense or connection to oneself. And if one has undergone chronic narcissistic abuse, psychopathic abuse, the challenges that can be created are a direct correlation and a direct tie to this experience from the narcissist because of a manipulation that is very much rooted or grounded in fear. There becomes a very challenging experience within the person to get to know these deeper and finer parts of themselves. They're not able to concentrate, they're not able to focus. We find that people come with a lack of energy, perhaps a lot of cramping, perhaps a lot of fatigue, things such as fibromyalgia, some of the autoimmune issues that are a result really of an abusive situation, and an inability to really extricate or remove themselves from this circumstance. They feel a imbalance in terms of what they owe to this person versus what they're receiving. And so it makes it very difficult for them to leave an abusive situation because they feel indebted to this person for some reason. Oftentimes that connection is unfounded. So they're staying really in a very abusive situation, oftentimes for no reason or without warrant. Them staying attached is not correlated in any sort of specific foundation. And so when they really look at it, when they really kind of lift the depression or they lift the fog that anxiety brings on, they're able to see that they're really staying in a situation for way too long, and they're not able to, get up the courage or the energy that comes with this challenge. The challenge is directly tied to the abuse. So the whole goal really of life is to have relationships that create energy in your life, not conflict. Yes, there's going to be conflict or situations that come up in every relationship that are going to be resolved. That is definitely the case, and that I definitely agree with and understand. But how sometimes relationships are the very cause of the issue. And oftentimes, a person who's been abused tends to perpetuate the abuse by staying in the situation with them. And so these challenges that they see are a direct correlation to the abuse, the challenges that they incur in life. Not having energy, being ridden with anxiety, not knowing how to communicate, not able to get a job, crippled with being able to communicate or not able to communicate, not able to be in touch with their interests. These are all, these challenges are all a direct correlation to the abuse. And these challenges that you experience are symptoms, and the abuse is the cause. So again, it's not a matter of blaming this person, blaming the narcissist or the psychopath. I mean, it's accepting that this is how they are, this is how they operate. And now it's coming to terms with accepting that this is indeed how they are. And now I need to pull the reins back and really get into, harnessing my own energy and how to overcome that challenge once I've identified it. And, those challenges are transitory, meaning the challenges can be surmounted, the challenges can be overcome. In fact, some of the most admirable people that we really encounter in life or look up to, our role models, have been the ones who have surmounted challenges in their life. I mean, let's just think for a moment on Martin Luther King. I have a dream. I mean, his famous speech, was him rising up out of oppression and saying, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. I do believe in civil rights. And it's that same sort of passion that you need to tap into to overcome these challenges, these issues in your life. You can do it, but you need to get in touch with that inner sense of I am, this inner sense of I deserve, and this inner sense of self-responsibility, and tap into that internal desire and drive and help that propel you forward. It might be difficult. You might feel that, finding that energy can be very difficult. It can be very buried. It can be very hindered. It can be not supported from the narcissist. Sometimes we need support moving forward. We need that nudge. We need that conviction. We need that belief. And oftentimes, we find that people, especially if they've been through a dysfunctional upbringing where they weren't supported, where they don't have that internal support, or they don't have the connections that were created in childhood, either a supportive network within their church, within their school, within their own personal interests, it's very difficult to manufacture that. However, that can be created within yourself, that belief, that confidence to overcome the challenges. And some of the very important tools are what we have in the Recovery Notebook that we've discussed here. But I want to give you also another tool to overcome challenges right now, and you can also kind of place this in your recovery notebook, and that is the use of visualization. The mind responds very well to positive images. Images of victory, images of courage, images of faith. These are all very important messages which you can bring into your environment in the terms of positive statements. Having these written out and on your wall, on your refrigerator. Positive statements, you can do it. Believe in the power of your dreams. Believe in the beauty of your dreams. Other positive statements. I harness the power within. And these can be repeated. These can be written out. You can find these sort of positive, inspirational post-its in. If you look online, you can review these in terms of inspirational quotes. You can write your own affirmations. However, I would definitely recommend, if you're struggling and you have these challenges, it can be very beneficial to post these in your environment, in your home, at your workplace, in your car, wherever it is you need these, in your wallet, in your purse. However often you need to be reminded, remind yourself again and again, because it's that self-correction method that's going to keep you on the path, and it's going to keep you in recovery. And you're going to have to maybe refer to those a couple times a day to really tap into that, because what we find is that the programming is so deep that it is hard to uproot these. And so you need to really work on it in a very proactive manner. And it is going to take a little bit of work, but it's going to take repeating these affirmations again and again and again so you can overcome these challenges. And the affirmation should counteract your challenges. In other words, if you keep saying, I'm so depressed, what you find, if you really explore and look into it, is that when you say, I'm depressed, I'm so depressed, you're telling yourself that, and so you're making yourself depressed. So what ends up happening is you need to have an affirmation that takes you gently out of that and saying, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am at peace. And if you can continue that affirmation again and again, you'll now bring up your energy to being one at peace. And then you can bring up affirmations, I am whole, I am whole, I am in joy, I am in joy, I am happy. And as you kind of bring up those, you'll get yourself into a different emotional state, which is where you want to be. So you'll eventually be able to bring it up little by little. And eventually then you can start using affirmations to say, I am energized, I am energized, I am energized. And as you start to say it, you become it. And you can do this while bringing yourself into motions like into walking. I am energized, going out for a walk and repeating again and again. I am energized, I am energized. In every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. In every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. And as you repeat this to yourself, these are called mental affirmations. This is a very important tool to assist you to rise up above challenges, especially those challenges that have been instilled by abusive people and abusive relationships. So it can get you more in touch with yourself, so you can eventually begin to liberate with them, but you have to remove them. It's a toxic, negative influence that is in there that you can remove through active affirming and affirmations. Is a tongue twister there. But I would also recommend having these statements in where you live, positive journals that have been, oftentimes very colorful and energizing for you. In fact, it's been found, and I'm going to go into this a little bit later, but there's such an impact that art has on you. And so you really need to also surround yourself with positive art, because that can also cue you into raising your energy up, raising your emotions up, and getting you better on that path of healing and arriving at peace, harmony, and joy in your life. Peace and harmony here with you here today. Hope these videos help. Please share and subscribe for more great tools, videos, and discussion. Make it a beautiful day.